Bill Bennett not only did all this hypocrisy that we talk about, then they hired J.C. Watts. He's a former Republican from Oklahoma, completely conservative. All right, fine.
He's still a Republican.
So,
hold on. So they hire those two guys. Fine, that's terrible enough. And they hire 0 liberals on the other side. Then they hire Glenn Beck, who's a loathsome character, who says, oh, the New Orleans victims are scumbags. And he hates the 9/11 victims' families. He'd like to personally strangle Michael Moore. And he says he's not kidding. He'd like to choke the life out of him. Talks about killing people. Talks about how everybody, the poor, are scumbags. They hire these people as if they're some sort of mainstream. They hire nobody on the other side. And, Max, people wonder why I keep yelling. You know, and we have debates about this off air. And Ben says, hey, stop yelling so much. Well, damn it, if our point of view was being covered in the normal television and other forms of media and people were speaking out for us, then I wouldn't have to yell. But we're a tiny, tiny voice in the woods. That's why I'm desperate to yell, to capture somebody's attention.
And it's true. It's because of did you say Jonathan Clown Klein?
Yes.
And who's the guy from MSNBC? Kaplan?
Yeah, Rick Kaplan.
Rick Kaplan. I mean, they are the reasons why we have to do this little internet video show, because nobody will put us on. We're trying to get the message out there, but nobody will hear us. So thank you, gentlemen, for giving us the only outlet that we could possibly get, the internet. Thank you. Are you happy?
You know, sometimes I like to do goofy things, and I say stuff like, you know, welcome to Rebel headquarters, right? Mm-hmm. But there is a reason why I say that, because we've got this little outpost, and nobody else will goddamn cover the truth when poll after poll after poll says the majority of the American people believe what we believe. No, and yet those clowns on CNN and MSNBC won't put one guy on who agrees with us.
So we should start opening the show every day. Welcome to the Young Turks. We're on the internet because nobody will put anyone with your voice on TV.
Look, our publicist goes and tries to get us on those shows all the time. They won't have us on the shows. Why? I mean, is it the Newsweek guys, New York Times guys, Washington Post guys, et cetera, so they all come on the show. The senators come on the show. It's not like, you know, we're some crazy fringe guys with blood running out of our mouth.
No, it's because they already have too many liberals on TV now. I mean, it's a liberal bias. They can't have any more liberal voices on television anymore.
That's because, I'll tell you exactly why, because they're scared. They don't want, and not because of, oh, they're scared of Big Bad Cenk Uygur or Ben Mankiewicz or Michael Schur or Jill Pike. It's because they're scared of any strong opposition, a strong voice on the opposite side. Because God, help them if the American people actually hear a voice of reason and go, wait a minute, why have you been lying to me for the last 5 years?
No, these television executives are as scared as the Democrats are. I mean, with these two groups so freaked out to give a message that 50% of the country believes in, we're going to get nowhere.
Yeah, not to mention, they're scared, too, because they've been browbeaten. They've become hypersensitive because it's the success of the right wing. No, I mean, it's the success of the right wing. They've gotten so out of control with their labeling the MSM, the mainstream media, how liberal the MSM is, and how they are so in control of the way we think. Well, it's exactly the opposite. We know that. How come we're so observant? So it's so easy to see. And now these executives in television shows don't want to put this stuff on because they're so afraid of what the right wing will say.
And the amazing thing is they learn nothing from actual, the pattern of what we've seen. They try to copy Fox News Channel, and what happens? They get killed in the ratings. Their ratings get worse and worse and worse. You know who had the #1 ratings in MSNBC history? Phil Donahue. Their only liberal they ever put on. He had the #1 ratings MSNBC ever had, and they fired him in the middle of the war, and there was a memo leaked, and you know what the memo said? Well, we can't have a guy who's questioning the government in the middle of a war when the other stations are waving the flag. That's what the memo said. Now, you want to understand the motivations of MSNBC? There it is in a nutshell. And they keep getting clobbered in the ratings, but they're too scared to do anything about it. And I don't want to call people dumb. I don't want to call them clowns. It's not something I enjoy. Ha ha, hee hee, fun, fun. No, I find it, I'm worried that I sound, too angry, too radical, whatever it is, right? But I'm forced into it. If you keep getting clobbered in your own business, and you don't have enough sense to put on one person who represents now not 50% of the country, but 60% of the country, then what are you? And you've done it because your competition told you not to? Because Fox News Channel intimidated you? There's no other conclusion. You are a dumb human being. You're not intelligent. Jonathan Klein, I wish you were. Rick Kaplan, I wish you were. But you must be stupid. There's no other explanation. Young Turks.